Welcome to AER Int channel, and in this time, let's continue to learn together about surface modeling. We are now going to actually start creating some models using surfacing. And over the next few videos, we are going to build this. It's a candlestick holder. It's quite an abstract model and it's fairly simple. But we'll use this to learn some basic techniques, and then in the next section, we'll build upon those so we can create something more complex and more useful. So let's get started. Let's open a new part and start a sketch on the top plane. Get the circle tool and let's put a circle at the origin. And use Smart Dimension to give it a diameter of 20 millimeters. So we have a circle at the origin that's 20 millimeters diameter. And we are now going to use this to create the stem of the candlestick holder. So similar to when we made the cube, let's go to the Surfaces tab. Let's choose Extruded Surface. And we are within the sketch, so we should automatically just get this preview. And we are just going to do a blind extrude upwards 80 millimeters, like this. And then press OK. So we now have a closed profile, which is that circle. And we've basically made a surface that's a tube that goes upwards. So this is the upright part that the candle will actually fit into. Next up, we're going to start creating a curved dish. And this will collect all the melted wax as it runs down the candle. So we want to start a new sketch on the plane that cuts through this tube, and that is the front plane. Let's select the front plane, start a new sketch, and go to a normal to view. If you have floating view menu, just use it, or we can just press the spacebar like I do, and it should pop up, and we can choose normal to, or we can choose the front view, and either one of those will take us to the same view. Now we just want to draw a simple arc to create this curved dish. But before we do, we're going to add a center line just to help us line up the rest of the sketch. Let's go to the sketch tab, go up to the line tool, and click on the drop down next to it, and then select center line. And then we're going to draw a center line from the midpoint at the top of the tube here, all the way down to the midpoint at the bottom, where the origin of the part will be, where those two little red arrows are. So that center line should be fully defined if it's midpoint at the top and the bottom. If you're not fully defined, we might just have to drag one of the endpoints around to pick up the automatic relation. Next, we'll get the arc tool, which is also on the sketch tab, and we'll select a 3-point arc, which is this last option here. And then we'll just start to draw an arc, something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly right at this stage, because we will add the dimensions in a moment. So start on the left hand side with the first point, and then add the second point on the right hand side, and then just make sure it's curved downwards like this. So it should look roughly like this, and we can now start to add relations and dimensions. First up, we'll make the arc symmetrical. So left click to select this first point, and then hold down Ctrl, and then also select this right hand point, and then keeping Ctrl held down, also select the vertical center line. We can then release Ctrl, and we'll choose Make Symmetric from the pop-up menu. We can also choose it on the left hand side, and that's just gonna center the arc on the center line. Next up, let's add the radius of the arc. So I'm gonna get the Smart Dimension tool. I'm gonna click on the arc, and let's add the radius of 120 millimeters. If our arc moves around, we can always just drag it up to roughly the correct position. About here. And then using the Smart Dimension tool again, let's start from the bottom end of the construction line, where the origin is, and then let's set a distance of the bottom of the arc. So when we select the bottom of the arc, we'll have to hold down the Shift key, and that will allow us to dimension to the arc. And then we'll set a distance there of 65 millimeters, like this. So the arc should be almost fully defined. Now we've just got to set the width of this dish. To do that, we'll use the Smart Dimension one more time. And we'll set the width between these 2 points as 120 millimeters. And that should fully define the sketch, so all the points of the line should be black. If anything is still blue, it means it's underdefined. So we might just need to add some more relations or dimensions there. And then if we look in 3D, we've got the upright tube. And then we've also got the single arc, which we're gonna use to create the surface for the dish. So at this point, we're still in the sketch, we haven't exited the sketch, and we can go directly to the Surfaces tab, and we can choose Extruded Surface again. And we should get a preview something like this. Let's set the width as 100 millimeters, and this time, instead of blind, let's choose midplane for the end condition. So we should have something like this, and then press OK, and that surface is created. So now we can see we've got two different surface bodies. We've got the upright tube, and we've also got the curved dish on the top. And in the surface bodies folder on the left, we can see we've got those two different bodies. They're both separate to each other. so they're not connected in any way. And we can see when we are creating these surfaces, we can either use a closed profile like a circle, or we can use an open profile like the arc we used for the dish. So that's it for this video. We've made a pretty simple model so far. To quickly recap, we just drew a circle and then we extruded that upwards to create this tube shape. And then after that we sketched the arc and we extruded that using midplane to create a surface for the dish. In the next video, we'll have a look at the trim surfaces tool, and we can use that to trim away the areas of the surfaces that we don't want, so we get closer to the final end shape that we need. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like. I hope it can be a little helpful and useful.